Well, hello and welcome to Business 360. I'm Ashmit Kumar, and here are the headlines that we're tracking this evening. A torrid start to 2025 on Dalal Street as Sensex and Nifty decline for the third straight week. Mid-caps and small caps get battered.
This is very simple. Come make your product in America, and we will give you among the lowest taxes of any nation on earth.
Make in America or face tariffs, says U.S. President Donald Trump to global leaders and CEOs at Davos. Targets the European Union for what he calls is unfair treatment towards American companies. Puts pressure on the U.S. Fed to cut rates and OPEC to reduce oil prices. Petroleum Minister Hardeep Puri welcomes Trump's statement nudging OPEC to cut oil prices. Plays down the impact of U.S. sanctions on Russian oil. Says there is enough oil supplies available in the world. From data centers to artificial intelligence to green energy, top union ministers and chief ministers woo investors to India. Seals investments, pledges worth nearly 20 lakh crore rupees at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Top Indian bankers flag liquidity concerns at Davos, even as they welcome recent measures by the RBI to conduct daily repo auctions. Bankers believe a rate cut is imminent in February, but remain cautious on growth. Indigo's third quarter profits decline over 18% due to Forex losses of over 1,400 crore rupees. Revenues rise nearly 14% year-on-year as fuel costs decline. Sri Lanka revokes the power purchase agreement with Adani Green after corruption allegations, according to an AFP report. But Adani Group claims that the PPA has not been revoked. 8 people are killed and 7 injured after an explosion at an ordnance factory in Maharashtra's Bhandara. 2 people have been rescued and the relief operations are underway. A U.S. federal judge temporarily blocks President Donald Trump's decision to revoke birthright citizenship, calls it blatantly unconstitutional, prohibits the Trump administration from implementing the order until its legality has been established. Over 22 states, along with activist groups, have already filed lawsuits across the country opposing the executive order. Novak Djokovic retires injured midway through the Australian Open semi-final after a muscle tear. Djokovic pledges to continue his hunt for a 25th Grand Slam as he shrugs off the disappointment. Well, let's begin with a quick look at the day's market action. It has been a torrid start to 2025 on Dalal Street, to say the least. The Sensex and the Nifty have declined for the third straight week. This is the first time in 3 months that we're seeing completely red on the screen for 3 weeks in a row. The Nifty has moved closer to the 23,000 mark. The mid-caps and small caps, meanwhile, have been battered in trade. Well, here's the top global story that we have been tracking this evening. A threat to global ink. A pitch for cheaper oil and a signal towards the Fed. Donald Trump has used his virtual address at the World Economic Forum in Davos to mark his return on the global stage. Trump, who has a self-admitted proclivity towards tariffs, deployed the carrot and the stick approach. He has urged all companies to manufacture in America or face the brunt of tariffs. That's not all. Trump has said that, and I quote here, "Come make your product in America and we will give you among the lowest taxes of any nation on earth," unquote. He has vowed to slash corporate tax rates to 15% for companies who make in America. Trump also hit out at the European Union for treating American companies unfairly, making it difficult for U.S. businesses to bring products into Europe. He also urged Saudi Arabia and the oil lobby OPEC to cut prices and help end the Russia-Ukraine war. Trump believes that if OPEC cuts prices, it will strike a body blow to Russia's oil revenues, which are being used to fund the protracted war. Promising a golden age for America, Trump vowed to reduce inflation and making U.S. the capital of AI and crypto. He has also said that he will demand that the Fed cut interest rates immediately.
My message to every business in the world is very simple. Come make your product in America, and we will give you among the lowest taxes of any nation on earth. We're bringing them down very substantially, even from the original Trump tax cuts. But if you don't make your product in America, which is your prerogative, then very simply you will have to pay a tariff. differing amounts, but a tariff which will direct hundreds of billions of dollars and even trillions of dollars into our treasury. Also going to ask Saudi Arabia and OPEC to bring down the cost of oil. You got to bring it down, which frankly, I'm surprised they didn't do before the election. That didn't show a lot of love by them not doing it. I was a little surprised by that. If the price came down, the Russia-Ukraine war would end immediately. Right now, the price is high enough that that war will continue. You got to bring down the oil price. You got to end that war.
Well, crude oil prices fell after U.S. President Donald Trump urged Saudi Arabia and the OPEC nations to lower prices during his speech at the World Economic Forum in Davos. Brent crude prices were hovering around $78 per barrel. Responding to Trump's statement, Oil Minister Hardeep Singh Puri has said that India will benefit if OPEC agrees to do so. Speaking to CNBC-TV18 Santiago, he also dismissed concerns over U.S. sanctions on Russian oil. Puri said that it will not impact India's supply basket. He added that many countries will be ready to sell oil to India as it is a big buyer.
There's enough oil available in the world market. Today, we used to import earlier from 27 countries. We took that to 39. You can be comfortable in the sense that because you're a large buyer, there are a lot of people who want to sell to you.
Right.
And also, since February 22, sometimes one supplier is higher, sometimes the other. So there's no cause for concern at all.
Well, with that, it's time now for a break. But up next, India states woo investors in Davos for data centers, artificial intelligence and green energy. That and much more on the other side. Welcome back. Now, an appetite for AI, a dash for data centers have been one of the big themes at Davos for India. Now, while India's cooperative federalism was on full display at Davos Promenade, so was states' affinity towards data centers. From Andhra Pradesh to Maharashtra to Telangana to Tamil Nadu, ministers laid out their investments pipeline exclusively on CNBC-TV18.
We had a MOU with VIT, who are working on chip side. I've told you about data centers. We have investment in steel manufacturing. We have investment in defense manufacturing. We have investment in, let's say, education. So foreign universities are coming to Maharashtra. We have we are actually creating a EduCity in New Mumbai.
Okay.
And we aspire to host at least 10 rated foreign universities there. So we have already are in active talk with 4. And I think all the 4 have said yes.
We are focusing more on AI and green energy and GCC centers, anyway data centers also. Most of the world's leading data centers are coming to Hyderabad. We are going to sign more MOUs in Davos only for data centers.
Okay.
So we are focusing AI, data centers and green energy. But these are the main focused areas we are focusing on.
So let me pick up on data centers. If you can give us some specifics on who you're signing that MOU with and when you expect that to be operationalized.
So actually, I don't want to disclose, but you are asking a specific question. Amazon is on the pipeline. Amazon is going to invest, and Control S, Mr. Sridhar Reddy has signed, and other mega engineering, they are going to diversify in data centers.
AI in governance is nothing new for Mr. Naidu. No. So real-time governance was there. Now again, that's now under me. Once we return from Davos, you'll see a lot of activities again starting in AI in healthcare, AI in agriculture. So you'll see a lot of technology being used. Well, a data city, it'll be one of the world's largest. We're going to be making a lot of announcements in that
direction.
direction.
So data centers there?
Yes, data centers, and not just stopping at data centers, but building out the entire ecosystem around it. And parallelly, you will see a lot of GCC announcements, and of course, our homegrown biggies also now coming to Visakhapatnam in big numbers.
So we are going the R&D way. We are going the smart manufacturing way. The world is looking at smart manufacturing in a big way. AI is in. It's in. You cannot deny that. It's going to break a few jobs, but for me, I think it's going to make a lot of other jobs also, because of the talent that Tamil Nadu has, the talent which has been enabled by over 100 years of Dravidian model governance. This has given us that talent capital with which I think today's world will find Tamil Nadu as the number one destination for investments in the AI space.
Well, back home, India's largest airline, Indigo, has reported third quarter earnings. The profits have declined by 18% compared to the same period last year due to Forex losses to the tune of 1,400 crore rupees. Revenue growth was nearly 14% and fuel costs were sharply lower. Margins at over 23% were below expectations. Well, Sri Lanka has revoked the power purchase agreement with Adani Green after corruption allegations, as per a report by the AFP. The country initiated investigations into the company's local projects after the accusations against Gautam Adani last year. A panel will reportedly review the entire project. However, the Adani Group in a statement has said that the PPA has not been revoked. It also said that reports suggesting that the wind power projects have been cancelled are misleading. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of Business 360. For more news and updates, continue watching CNBC-TV18.